Hello and welcome to Gardening at 58 North. In this video I'd like to give you an update on my Penjing plant here, which some of you might have seen in another video. It was pretty much dead. I gave it a small chance of survival really because it hadn't been watered for a while. All the leaves had gone brown and died off. I think there was only the one left. That was this one here. It had a tiny bit of life left into it. The rest were brown and all the stems were drying up and dying. I thought it was a goner. But this is a few weeks later and there's good signs of new growth, so it looks like it's going to survive, which is good. And quite a few of the branches which I thought were going to die off have actually started to resprout with quite healthy and even vigorous growth, so I'm quite happy with it at the moment. So I'll give you a closer look of what's going on. Unfortunately, the small plants that I was using as vines down here have all died off, so that's a bit of a shame. But the cacti have survived, as you'd expect them to. They've been a very dry, a plant that likes dry conditions. But you can see here, I've got a good amount of new growth, especially at the top plant here, the top part of the plant here. So this is the leaf that had stayed, but it had a lot of thrip damage. I sprayed that to get rid of the thrips, and you can see it's put out 3 quite large new leaves, and they're looking quite healthy and shiny. So they're looking good. That was the main branch which I thought had the biggest chance of survival. This one down here I thought had died, and it was just to there. So you can see there's a whole new section here that's grown. It's a nice, quite long stem, and it's got a little leaf on the end. There's also another shoot up here which has grown. It's starting to look quite nice as well. So I'm quite happy with that bit. And further down on the plant, you can see this main stem here. I also thought this one had died, but as I get that into focus, you can see there's tiny little shoots here that are coming back green, and there's a little one here as well. So all in all, it's looking quite good. It's looking pretty healthy really. The top of this has probably died off, but I think there could be another shoot coming from here possibly. And even on the lower branch down here, which I thought was dead, there's a little green shoot further back there, and I think the rest of this might still be alive. So it's looking quite good. It looks like my Penjing is going to survive, so I'm going to keep this one going. I'm going to have to do a little bit of pruning to get it back into shape, especially as some of these lower branches have died off. But all I'm going to do in this video is I'm just going to remove these dead leaves because they're not doing anything. They're just kind of making it look a bit messy, and they're going to shade out any other growth that might be coming in the future. And I'm going to remove the dead vines that I had growing on here because they're also not going to do anything. But I can maybe get some more vines in the future to replace those ones. And I'll need to put some other plants down. I might get moss, I'm not decided yet, because moss looks quite good. It looks quite a lot like grass when you do it on like a miniature theme like this. But that's it for now, I think. So what I'll probably be doing is letting this grow on a lot to hopefully thicken up the stems. And then I'm going to be cutting some of these branches back hard to try and encourage further branching and a better tree shape. This one's looking particularly good at the moment. It's got lots of new shoots coming on it, and it's branching quite nicely. This one's good because it's got a lot of vigor in it, and that vigor will help strengthen up this trunk and make it thicker. But I'll probably let this grow quite strong and vigorously, and then cut it back hard to here, let it branch, and then have it weeping down at this end. I'm also wanting to get some more growth further down to try and thicken up the base of the trunk so it tapers and it's not thick all the way along the top. The roots I haven't had a proper look at yet. I'm expecting a lot of them to have died off when they had the drought, when it didn't have enough water. So I'll need to have another look at them. Hopefully some of these ones in the front have survived. I think that one's died, but this one might be okay. I need to get the root structure a bit better so it can look nicer as it goes over the stone, as at the moment it looks a little bit messy, and that'll take a bit more time to get the roots established. There we are. That's the my little Penjing, Ficus benjamina bonsai. And there's still a lot of work to do. As you can see, it's basically just a stick with a couple of leaves at the moment. But with a lot more work, hopefully it'll make a nice little Penjing scene.